So you think you're going to be vlogging on that new GoPro Mission 1 Pro with the 1-inch sensor. So one thing that you have to take into consideration when you are vlogging with an action camera is that in order to get proper stabilization, you have to keep your shutter speed at a minimum of 1/200. 1/160, 1/120 maybe, but you're still going to get some jitters when you have any kind of aggressive motion or any kind of like big bouncing like that. Like I'm on the Extra Muse right now, which has a mechanical gimbal, so it's no problem shooting at a lower shutter speed with this camera because like I said, it has a mechanical gimbal. It doesn't rely on electronic stabilization to get stable footage. Science, I set my exposure manually with the shutter speed of 1/200 because this camera has a 1-inch sensor and the GoPro Mission 1 Pro has a 1-inch sensor. So I kind of wanted to show what kind of image you would get if you were trying to vlog with the Mission 1 Pro at night, or right now it's like blue hour, so it's a little after sunset, because you're gonna want good stabilization even at night. I mean, yeah, like I said, you could drop your shutter speed to get a little more light on the sensor, but then you're gonna run into issues of stabilization artifacts, and that's not good either. So we're just gonna walk around my backyard at 1/200 just to show you the amount of light that you're gonna get with a 1-inch sensor with a shutter speed that's that high. Another thing to take into consideration with the Extra Muse is that the aperture is a fixed aperture at f2.0. Now, with the Mission 1 Pro, you're gonna have an aperture of 2.8, so not as wide as this camera, so you're not gonna get as much light. So like I said, this is just for the sake of science. We're walking around at night with a 1-inch sensor camera, shooting at 1/200 shutter speed. Because the last thing you wanna do is go out, spend $600 on your new action camera and think you're gonna be vlogging day and night with it, and then you're gonna be really disappointed with the night footage because you have to crank that shutter speed up to get stabilization. Now, some will say you could just use gyro flow. You could set that shutter speed lower, do the stabilization in post. But what I found with that is you still need a high shutter speed. You're not gonna get good footage even with gyro flow with a slow shutter speed at like 1/50 if you're shooting in 24 frames per second. So just know that if you're looking at that Mission 1 Pro and you're wanting to use it at night, remember that the high shutter speed is not going to let as much light into that 1-inch sensor. That's all. Hope this is helpful.